Hi there, I'm Dr. OnionTree, and this is the channel for sophisticated people like yourself. I recently decided to do something sophisticated. I went on a survival adventure trip. I had to fill out a bunch of paperwork that asked me questions like, do you have life insurance? The experience was going to cost me $20,000 to go deep into the jungle for 1 week. I was told to show up at a certain airport at a certain time to take a special flight. I was told that I would be flying into the jungle in a small single-engine plane. What I wasn't told was that the pilot was someone from the jungle who had received basic pilot training, read how to take off. Before I took off, the pilot, I met him, and he looked like a jungle man. He wore a loin cloth and had paint smeared on his body. When I wanted to put my luggage on the plane, he pulled out a long pointed stick and grunted at me. Well, I guess I wasn't going to take any luggage on this trip. As we taxied down the runway, he communicated with the control tower with grunting noises. It looked like all the flights were halted as we rose into the sky. After flying for a few hours, we were over the jungle. We were flying just over the trees, and our pilot was acting like he was lost. I could see that we were running low on fuel. I saw a clearing with some huts, and I pointed it out to him. He grunted and headed toward the clearing, where there appeared to be a crude grass runway. As we came down, I could see at least 3 crashed planes. We landed hard and skidded on the runway into a ditch. There was a crowd of people cheering as we got out of the plane. A man who looked like he was not a local villager came up to me and said, "Good day, I assume you're Dr. OnionTree." I was relieved that someone spoke English. The locals were staring at me and laughing amongst themselves. The man who spoke to me said his name was Mr. X, and he would be my guide. Mr. X led me to a mud hut where there was a chair and a local man who made me sit down. Then he shaved my hair off. Mr. X told me to strip, and he handed me a loincloth to wear. He smeared a type of paint on my body, and then we left the hut. I was then marched in front of the villagers who were laughing and using phones to videotape me. When I complained to Mr. X that I had not signed up for this sort of treatment, he told me that I should have read the fine print that said that this adventure was a character-building trip. The rest of the week, I was gathering large stones and filling large holes and ditches. I was told this was for a future runway for large jets. As well, there was to be constructed a casino and a 20,000-seat ice arena. The financing of these facilities was through people like myself and the villagers going from hut to hut selling chocolate bars. I was also shown how to forage for certain plants, and that would be what I would be eating during the week. I wasn't shown any special tourist sites in the area, although I was shown a large plane that had crashed a few kilometers from the village, and I was also shown an area that was used by the locals as a garbage dump. Finally, this week came to an end. Mr. X took me to this river and told me to get in this dugout boat. He handed me a paddle and told me to paddle downstream till I came to a larger town where they actually had a McDonald's. He handed me some local currency and told me to watch out for crocodiles. He said the tour operator would meet me there and I would be flown back home. And that, my friends, was my survival adventure. Until next time.